Hello students. In previous videos we come across all the process of the expression of the gene and how actually genes are going to express and how what kind of factors are required for the different kind of stages in a translation as well as transcription process. So in this particular video we will study regarding the expression of or what we call the regulation of gene expression. Okay, so you know very well that all the functions or all the activities that what we have physical or physiological or chemical in our body, they can be regulated, we can control them. So usually ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ನ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಹೌದಾ? ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಬಾಡಿ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಟು ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈವನ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೆಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಟು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ದ ಜೀನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್. So why we need gene expression? The first question. So when you look at the different part of the body of organism, it may be plant, bacteria or human being. So we can imagine that a huge varieties of chemical reactions are taking place in our body. So but still we have one problem. If all the cells are going to involve in production of all the kind of what you call the protein which are maybe not necessary for that particular cell, then it is totally waste of time as well as waste of energy. Okay, so you know very well that is the transcription and translations are heavily require energy in ATP or maybe in GTP form. So if we are going to waste that all energy doing what you called unwanted thing, then definitely it is a big loss to this cell. Okay, to overcome this or to maintain the regularity in the body, cells undergo the regulation of gene, or you can say that is they are going to control their expression to a certain extent to overcome the loss of energy or to reduce the risk of what we called the destruction or maybe the kind of the problem which are going to arise in the cell. So here we can see that regulation of gene expression is nothing but controlling the gene expression ಅಥವಾ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ gene expression ಅನ್ನು ನಿಯಂತ್ರಿಸೋದು. Okay, so how we can control the gene expression or how we can what we called regulate the gene expression, that what we are going to study in this particular thing. Okay, so when you are going to look at what we called the activities which we do every day in our life, so they are also having the regulation. For example, if we have the water in a tank, okay, a storehouse in a ground floor, we have one more tank at the overhead. Okay, so that is what we call overhead tank. So ಒಂದು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ನೆಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಟ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಇದೆ, ನಮಗೆ ವಾಟರ್ ಟ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಇದೆ, and also we have a tank at the ಟಾಪ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಟ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ನೀರಿದೆ ನಮಗಲ್ಲಿ, ಯಾವುದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋ ಟ್ಯಾಂಕಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಇರೋ ಟ್ಯಾಂಕಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೀರು ಹಿಡಿಸಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಒಂದು 5000 ಲೀಟರ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇರೋ ಒಂದು ಟ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಒಂದು 1000 ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇರೋ ಒಂದು ಟ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಅಥವಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ವೇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ we have a water of 5000 liter in the what we call ground floor, if we are going to start the motor continuously to supply the water to the what we call the top floor, then the water capacity or water holding capacity of the upper tank is going to hold the water whatever it is having, so remaining thing is going to be lost. So to regulate that, we have a switch for the motor which is going to supply water for the top tank or the tank which is there in the overhead or at the top of the home. Okay, so like this, whenever we require the water, we are going to switch on the button. Whenever there is no necessary of water, we are going to switch off the button. That is what we call regulation. Okay, so that is controlling the flow of water through that button, or controlling the pumping of water through that button. That is what we call regulation. The same system we can see in our body, that is what we call regulation, or that gene can be regulated. So usually this gene can be regulated in different stages. So now stages na nodidaga nam cell alli transcription ide, translation ide, athwa different kind of process of what you called splicing kuda nodabodu. So there we can control the gene expression. The first time the regulation of gene studied by the two scientists, one is biochemist and one is a chemist, what you called the genetist, that is Jacob and Monod. Okay, so two scientists did this, that is Jacob and Monod. So these two scientists actually they're working on what we call expression of the gene, and they started working on what we called the gene expression, and they come to know that we can control the gene expression, or the cells are able to control their expression themselves. Okay, so adanna ನಾವು induce ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ you can say that is cell can itself control the gene expression ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. So that is first time what we called the given by the Jacob and Monod in the year 1961. 1961 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಈ ವರ್ಕ್ ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದನ್ನು ನೋಡಬಹುದು. Okay, so what they did, actually in their work they explained about how we can control the gene at transcription level. Okay, so ಎಲ್ಲಿ transcription. Okay, so you know very well what is transcription. Transcription is nothing but formation of RNA, okay, especially mRNA from the DNA. DNA ಇಂದ mRNA ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ನ ಅಥವಾ ನಾವು ಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ನಾವು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಜೀನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ನಾವು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಈ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ದ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ನ, ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ explained by actually process na explain ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು Jacob and Monod. Okay, so ಏನು explain ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಪ್ಪ ಅವರು, they took one concept, or they took one specific phenomena which is taking place in the what you call the prokaryotic cell. That is, in case of prokaryotic cell ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ನಡೀತಿತ್ತು. ಆ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವ್ರೇನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಈ what you called regulation of gene expression of gene ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು, by using the one of the property of prokaryotic cell, that is what we call the operon. Operon ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಇದೆ, that is the prokaryotic cell we are going to get this kind of property, that is what we call operon. What is operon? Operon is a group of gene which are linked, a kind of link. So ನಾನು just use ನಿಮಗೆ just understand ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ I am using this word linked. Linked means they have some kind of not only in a physical way, I am explaining in case of some biochemical way. So they have some kind of link or connection. Okay, so link ಅನ್ನೋ ಬದಲು connection ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಕರಿಬಹುದು. That is group of genes which are linked or connected. That is what we call operon. So which are involving in a particular function or involving in to complete one kind of function. That is what we call operon anta karibodu. So usually this operon is a more than one gene is going to involve or present in a what we call one stretch. That is what we can call the operon. So usually in case of prokaryotic we are going to get the polycistronic gene. Polycistronic gene. It may be the reason for development of this kind of what you called evolution in case of the prokaryote. That is also kind of having kind of significance here, the polycistronic gene. So operon andre enappa antandre, that is more than one structural gene. Okay, so more than one structural genes are controlled by one promoter. Okay, so they have only one promoter and there are more structural genes. For example, we have one promoter anta tilkolri illi. This promoter is followed by structural gene 1, structural gene 2, structural gene 3. So usually what we studied, that is all structural gene having individual structural gene having individual promoter region. So in case of prokaryote, we are going to get the polycistronic. So that is having only one common promoter and all these structural genes are going to controlled by that particular promoter or having some kind of link with the promoter, only one promoter. That is what we can say, that is operon anta adanna helbodu. So operon is nothing but that is more than one structural genes having common operon, what called promoter. That is what we call the operon anta helbodu, so group of gene having common promoter. Okay, so one. So ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, in case of operon we are going to get two different set of genes. Okay, so in case of operon we are going to get two different set of genes. Okay, the first gene or first set of gene that what we can see in case of operon or control or controlling genes. Okay, so the first set of genes are controlling genes and second set of genes are structural gene. Structural gene. So first set of genes are controlling gene and second set of genes are the what we call structural gene. So controlling genes are going to control the process. They are not going to express any kind of what we called protein which are going to involve in you can say that is the metabolic reactions. Okay, so ಯಾವುದೇ metabolic reactions ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವು ಎಂಜೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾದ ಒಂದು ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ಲ. Okay, so that is they are not going to produce such kind of what we call proteins. That is what we call controlling genes. In case of operon, that what we are going to study now, they have three different kind of controlling what we called genes or controlling structures of DNA. That is the first one. Okay, so you can see here, yes, the first one, that is regulator. Okay, the first one is the regulator. So regulator is a gene. This regulator gene is going to regulate the process. Okay, so you can see this one, yes, that is regulator gene is going to regulate the process. And this regulator gene is able to control the function of structural gene. That is first thing. And the second one, that is promoter. Okay, that is second kind of controlling gene is promoter. That is, you know very well what is promoter gene. So because in case of what we call the transcription, we come across in a transcription unit, that is what is promoter. Okay, this promoter is usually, that regulator is usually indicated by I here and here the promoter is indicated by P. And one more gene we are going to get, that gene is called operator. Okay, so we have the last one, that is what we call operator. So operator is represented by O. Operator is going to help in case of operating the structural gene. Okay, so all genes are having their own kind of what we called the significance role in case of the operon kind of gene expression. That is, regulator is going to regulate the what we called activity of structural gene or going to help in case of controlling in the transcription, and promoter is going to help in promoting the process. That you know very well what is the role of promoter. So because promoter is going to help in case of what we called helping the RNA polymerase to attach the DNA and help in the synthesizing the mRNA. That is the help of or the use of promoter. And operator is going to operate. Okay, so when the promoter region is going to be identified by the RNA polymerase to run which direction or how to start, that are all going to be directed by the operator. Okay, that we have three different kind of the genes in case of controlling unit or controlling part of the operon, that is regulator, promoter as well as operator, and followed by that is structural gene. Structural gene is going to produce what we call the mRNA. That's why I am going to represent maybe many structural genes we are going to get here because of the polycistronic character of the prokaryotic. We may get 3, we may get 5, we may get 9, so like this. So for example, structural gene may be M1 because it is going to produce one kind of mRNA, M2, M3, all are in a straight line present on the what you call DNA at only one stretch. There is no any gap between them. Okay, gap iralla. So salagirtada, and you are going to get what you called that is the terminator end aste mattenu iralla. Okay, that is what structural gene, that what we are going to get in case of the operon. So this is what actually the structure of operon. So what is the help of regulator? Regulator is going to regulate the what you call the function of structural gene, and promoter is going to help in case of identification and attachment of the RNA polymerase as well as deciding the direction of synthesis. Okay, that is the work of promoter. And operator is going to help in case of what you called attached RNA polymerase and helping in the directing towards the structural gene, that is done by the what we called the operator gene. Okay, so that is we are going to get the 3 genes and more than 3 or sometimes 9 also in case of structural gene. So these are very important. And very interesting thing is that regulator gene, that what we are going to get here. Okay, regulator is indicated by the I. It's having its own what we called, it is having a separate gene system. Okay, it is a separated system. So it is having its own operator and promoter, you can say. Okay, so sometime promoter only. So that is most of the time it is not a what you call part of operon. It is separated from the operon, but going to involve in case of controlling another set of the gene. So that is what we can say. If A, B, C, D gene we have, A can control the function of B. Okay, so if there is no B, there is no C. If there is no C, there is no D. So like this, they have a linked what we call action. Okay, that is what we can say the regulator. Regulator is having its own set of promoter. Okay, so adakkondu promoter tanashik tane bere irtada. ಆ ಪ್ರಮೋಟರ್ ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಟರ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಸಮ್ವನ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಟರ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸಿಂಥಸೈಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ a protein. Okay, that protein is called repressor protein. Okay, that is what we call repressor protein. What do you mean by repressor protein? The protein which is going to repress the what you called the function of RNA polymerase to synthesize the mRNA by using the structural gene. Structural gene ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಏನು mRNA ಸಿಂಥಸೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೋ ಅದನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಓಕೆ ದಿಸ್ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸರ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್. ಅದನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಪ್ಪ, ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಈಗ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ಎನಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರಲ್ mRNA ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರಲ್ ಜೀನ್, ದೆನ್ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸರ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಇಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸರ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ mRNA ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್, ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ that kind of regulation is called negative regulation. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? That is what we call negative regulation. Okay, so if repressor protein, if protein what is produced by the regulator, okay, if regulator protein is what we call inhibiting the process of gene expression, then it is called negative regulation. If regulator protein is promoting the process of what we called synthesis of mRNA, then it is called positive inhibitor or positive regulation. It is called positive regulation. So if it is promoting, then it is called positive. If it is inhibiting, it is called negative. Okay, so if it is inhibiting is called negative. If it is promoting, it is called positive. Okay, so it depends on the regulator, action of the regulator. If regulator is inhibiting, it is called negative regulation. If regulator is promoting the process, then it is called positive regulation, which whether it is positive or it is depends on the what kind of work it is doing in the particular operon system. This is what we call the basic thing that what we have to know about the operon. Okay, so in next video we will study what is actually operon concept. Thank you. Okay students, that in previous video what we come across actually, that is what actually the operon and how actually the operon what we called the group of gene are arranged anta kaltvi. So now we will study one example for that operon concept. Okay, operon concept ಗೆ suit ಆಗುವಂತ example ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವುದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, lac operon. Okay, so many operon concepts are there. For example, val operon, TRP operon, arabinose operon, histidine operon. So like this varieties of operon system we have in case of the prokaryotes. So one of the best known and explained by the Jacob and Monod, that is the operon system is lac operon. So here the lac stands for the lactose. Lactose ಏನಪ್ಪ? Lactose is a disaccharide. It is made up of two what we called monosaccharides. One is glucose and one is galactose. Okay, so ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ. So lac operon is what we call one of the best model to study this the regulation of gene at a transcription level. Okay, so transcription level ಅಲ್ಲಿ so ಹೇಗೆ gene expression regulate ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ತಗೋಬಹುದು. Okay, so when you look at the lac operon, so the gene construction is somewhat like this. Okay, so gene construction ಹೇಗಿದೆಪ್ಪ lac operon ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೀಗೆ. So we are going to get ಇದನ್ನ DNA ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Okay, so sorry, this is the DNA of prokaryote. This is running 3' to 5', and this one is 3' to 5'. Okay, so here we have the first one promoter. Okay, so on it is continuing, this side allu continue irtade, illi continue irtade. So prokaryotically yaake ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ the concept of gene expression easy, and also the expression of gene is not so complex, regulation is not so complex. So because in a eukaryotically ಬಹಳ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೂ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ prokaryotic it is comparatively little bit easier. Okay, so here we are going to get what we call that is regulator gene, and here promoter, operator and structural genes Z, Y, A. Okay, so we are going to get continue ಆಗ್ತದಲ್ಲಿ Z, Y, A. So ಈ what you call concept ಅಲ್ಲಿ, that is in case of lac operon concept ಅಲ್ಲಿ, that I am going to rub this. Okay, so lac operon structure ಅಲ್ಲಿ okay, so ನೀವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು this 3. Okay, these are controlling gene, and these 3 are structural gene. Okay, so this structural gene This one is a controlling gene, that what I explained in previous one. So this particular what you call the repressor is having its own promoter. I have mentioned here, the NCERT also they have mentioned very clearly. Okay, so let's check what is the function of this all thing. Okay, so first we will study about the structural gene and we come to the controller gene. First, structural gene Z, Y and A all together going to produce one mRNA. Okay, one mRNA, that is 5' to 3' direction. Okay, so in this Z is going to produce a protein or enzyme called beta galactosidase, an enzyme called beta galactosidase, and this Y is going to produce permease, an enzyme called permease, and this A is going to produce enzyme called transacetylase. Okay, enzyme called transacetylase. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂರು ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರಲ್ ಜೀನ್ ಇವೆ, ಮೂರು ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಪಡಿಬಹುದು. All three are enzymes only. Actually, what is the function of this lac operon is when the lactose is present in the medium. Okay, this lactose is not going to act like the ideal food for what we called the bacteria. Okay, ಇದು ideal food ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದನ್ನು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅವು ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ they can easily consume the monosaccharide like glucose. That's why what they do, they will convert this lactose into glucose plus galactose. Okay, ಅವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ, ಈ ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೋಸ್ ನ ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಗ್ಯಾಲಕ್ಟೋಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ. Then they are easily absorb or easily they what we call digest it, and easily they can get the energy what actually they require for their cell function. So this beta galactosidase is going to help in breaking the lactose to glucose and galactose. Beta galactosidase ಕೆಲಸ ಏನಪ್ಪ, ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೋಸ್ ನ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಗ್ಯಾಲಕ್ಟೋಸ್ ನ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡೋದು. And permease is going to help in case of permitting the glucose inside the cell. ಹೌದಾ? So it is going to help in entry of lactose inside the cell. And transacetylase, the function is not completely known, but going to help in case of maturation of beta galactosidase ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕೆಲವು ಕಡೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. That is what transacetylase is going to help in case of maturation of beta galactosidase. Okay, so these are the three structural genes which are going to help in case of converting the lactose to the glucose and galactose and helping the bacteria to get the energy. Okay, then what is the function of these three controlling gene? Okay, so let's study that one. That is, gene I is able to produce mRNA, its own mRNA. Okay, 5' to 3'. This is also mRNA. Okay, so it is able to produce its own mRNA. Okay, so transcription ಆಗಿ translation ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇದು ಬರೋದು, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. Okay, so mRNA, this mRNA is able to produce protein. That protein, that what we are going to, that protein is called here, what we are going to consider it as repressor protein. Why it is called repressor protein? Because it is able to control the action of this ZYA gene. Okay, so in the ZYA, gene ideyalla, this LAC-Z, commonly called as LAC-Z, LAC-Y, LAC-A. Okay, so adana LAC anteli consider ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. So it is going to act only on lactose ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದು activate ಆಗ್ತದೆ. lactose ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ there is no function of this one. Okay, so repressor protein, this repressor protein is going to bind the operator. Okay, so operator structure na ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ na change ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. Operator, okay, so operator, this repressor protein, that what is produced here is somewhat like this, is going to attach to the operator. Okay, operator ge idu attach ಆಗ್ತದೆ and going to block the action of RNA polymerase. Iದೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತದಪ್ಪ? It is going to act as a what you called the blocker. It is going to block the operator and going to block the action of RNA polymer. It is actually 3D dimensional structure, 3D structure ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ. So when the RNA polymerase is going to attach the promoter, it should run on the ZYA to produce this mRNA. ಹೌದಾ? RNA polymerase promoter ಗೆ attach ಆಗಿ, promoter attach ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ it is going to run through this and going to produce the mRNA, produce ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. So ಅದು ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಬ್ಲಾಕೇಜ್ ಇದ್ರೆ it can't cross it. ಹೌದಾ? ಒಂದು ಬಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಏನೋ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಒಂದು ನ್ಯಾರೋ ರೋಡಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, ಓಕೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ ಒಂದು ಟನಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಆ ಟನಲ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ if any barricades are present in the tunnel, there is no any other space to go out of that. ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಜಾಗನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದರಿಂದನೇ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ಆ ಬ್ಯಾರಿಕೇಡ್ ಇದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ರಿಮೂವ್ ದಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾರಿಕೇಡ್, ದೆನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೋ. ಓಕೆ, ಬ್ಯಾರಿಕೇಡ್ಸ್ನ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಪಾರ್ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಅಥವಾ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಬ್ಲಾಕೇಜ್ನ ತೆಗೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್. ಸೊ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸರ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬೈಂಡ್ ಟು ದಿ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ and not allow the what you called the movement of this RNA polymerase on ZYA gene to produce the structural gene. Howda? Madangila. So then the process is called switch off. ಇದನ್ನ ಏನಂತಾರೆ? Switch off ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. What is switch off? The process of RNA production is switched off. There is no production of what? The mRNA. Then it is called switched off. So there is no production of the mRNA means there is no production of the protein. There is no production of protein means there is no digestion of lactose. Yavaga, when there is no lactose, if there is no lactose in the medium, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ food lactose ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, what is the necessary of doing this all thing? Then the repressor protein is going to block the operator and going to close the process. Got it? That is what we call the switch off condition. Okay, switch off condition of what? The lac operon. I think you got it. Okay, so I am going to explain once again. The repressor protein is going to produce, what you call, that is a what we can say, that is a gene I. Okay, so I am going to represent gene I is going to regulator gene going to produce the repressor protein. Repressor protein is going to bind to the operator and the operator is going to be blocked, and this RNA polymerase cannot pass this blockage and not able to produce any kind of what you called mRNA by crossing this or without crossing this barricade or without crossing this what you call blockage. So this is going to happen in absence of lactose. What is that condition? The first one is what? The absence of ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೋಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರುವಾಗ there is no chance of expression of these genes. So this repressor protein is going to bind and going to block the production of this all because they are not necessary. Okay, artha aita? That's why this worker is going to be blocked. Then you can say this is switched off. Switched off condition when there is no lactose in a media. Okay, when there is no lactose, absence of lactose in media. Okay, in media, that is what we call switched off condition. Okay, so when the second condition, what is that? In presence of lactose in media, presence of lactose in media. Okay, so ಈಗ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಪ್ಪ, ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೋಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರುವಾಗ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ. ಇಫ್ ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೋಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್? ಸೊ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ light or very small amount of lac expression always in cell. Okay, small amount of lac expression is always in cell. So bacteria alli yavaglu E. coli alli yavaglu ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದು ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಒಪರಾನ್ ಇಂದ ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ. very light or very low or minute quantity of the beta galactosidase, permease and transacetylase are always present in the what we call cell. So permease, especially permease irodrinda, so in the presence of what we call lactose in the media, the permease is going to allow the entry of lactose in this cell. Okay, ಇದು ಸೆಲ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಆಗ್ತಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಇನ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಆಫ್ ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೋಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೆಲ್. ಸೆಲ್ನ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೋಸ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೊಡೋದು ಯಾವುದು? ಪರ್ಮಿಯೇಸ್. ಪರ್ಮಿಯೇಸ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ? ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಕೊಡ್ತದೆ. ದೆನ್ a very small amount of lactose is present in the cell is now able to block and change the structure of repressor protein. Okay, repressor protein ಅನ್ನ ಈ ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೋಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ this repressor protein is going to bind to the lactose and going to change itself. Okay, so lactose ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದರ ಶೇಪ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ. ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ then this repressor is going to form the structure somewhat like this. Okay, ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So this is lactose. So when both are going to join, the structure of repressor is going to form somewhat like this. So the change in the 3D dimension of the repressor is going to make it inactive. What is this? Inactive repressor. Okay, this lactose is now going to act like an inducer. Okay, this lactose is going to induce the structural change in the protein. Okay, that's what is called inducer. So the change in the shape of the repressor is now going to blockage of what we call, now not going to what we called initiate the blockage of operator. ಏನಾಯ್ತು? ಶೇಪ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಈ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸರ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಇನ್ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಇನ್ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆದರೆ ಏನು? ದ ಶೇಪ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ದ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸರ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ದಿಸ್ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸರ್ ಈಸ್ ನೌ ನಾಟ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಬೈಂಡ್ ಟು ದಿ ಆಪರೇಟರ್. ನಾವು ರೋಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್. ಆ ಬ್ಲಾಕೇಜ್ ಏನಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಆ ಬ್ಲಾಕೇಜ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಈಸಿಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ the RNA polymerase is able to pass through this all genes and able to produce the mRNA. That mRNA are able to produce beta galactosidase, permease and transacetylase, and permease is going to allow entry of more lactose. Okay, more lactose inside. So because of entry of more lactose inside, this galactosidase is going to act on the lactose and going to produce the glucose and galactose. Okay, so then the galactosidase, beta galactosidase is going to act on the lactose and going to produce the glucose and galactose. So here gene is able to express, then it is called switched on condition. Yenagittu, in the absence of lactose, the gene is switched off. In presence of lactose, gene is switched on. Switched on ಮತ್ತೆ switched off ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಯಾಕೆ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ? Because in the absence of lactose, the beta galactosidase, permease and trans-acetylase are not having any kind of work. So expressing gene without reason is a waste of energy, or maybe not require or not having any kind of useful aspect to the cell. So the gene is completely switched off. That is what we call switched off condition. When there is no lactose in the media, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತಿನ್ನಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು lactose ಕೊಡದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ. So if we are going to provide lactose to the bacterium now going to have these signals to the cell that food is present outside, but that food is not direct food, it is indirect food. What is that? Lactose instead of glucose and galactose. Okay, glucose ಬೇಕು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ, glucose ಇಲ್ಲ, lactose ಅದ, ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ ಅದು. ಅದೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತದಪ್ಪ, lactose ನ ಒಳಗಡೆ ತಗೊಂಡು with the help of permease and with the help of galactosidase, it is going to break the lactose into glucose and galactose. So when the glucose and galactosidase are going to form, it is going to consume that glucose and galactose. That condition which is going to help in switching on, or condition which is going to help in expression of the gene, is called switched on condition. Why it is called switched on condition? Because the lactose is present inside the media and going to block this. And if small amount of lactose is present inside, there is also sometime called allolactose. ಅದನ್ನ allolactose ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಈ allolactose ಅಥವಾ lactose both are going to act like a inducer. ಹೌದಾ? It may be lactose or allolactose, both are going to act like a inducer. So what happens when the lactose is present in the media? That lactose entered inside the cell or presence of allolactose, this particular, what you called, this particular lactose or allolactose is going to bind to the repressor protein and going to change its structure and going to block binding to the operator. Operator ಗೆ bind ಆಗುವಂತ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿನ ಅದು completely destroy ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ತದೆ. So ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ repressor is not able to bind to the operator, and now whole gene, set of the gene is free for expression. So RNA polymerase is going to help in a production of the mRNA, and mRNA is going to express the beta galactosidase, permease and trans-acetylase, and going to take the lactose inside and break it and produce the glucose and galactose. This is what we called the switched on condition. So the genes which are present, just ಇದು ಹೇಳೋ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಒಂದೇಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಇದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, that is genes are able to express or able to what we call shut down their expression whenever there is a necessary, whenever there is not necessary. Okay, there is no necessary. Okay, so if there is no necessary, they are going to switch off. When there is a necessary, they are going to express. So ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಈ gene expression ಆಗ್ತದಪ್ಪ? Unless until there is the supply of lactose. Lactose supply ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರಿ, there is the expression of the gene. If you are going to stop the lactose supply to the what you call bacterium, then gene expression is going to be closed. If you are going to supply directly glucose, not lactose, not galactose, directly glucose, then the cell not require any kind of expression of gene. Again you can say the gene is switched off, because Who is going to act like an inducer? Lactose. If there is no lactose, there is no expression. So that's why the inducer mediated idre adu now positive antanu karibodu sometime. Okay, so it is inducing. Okay, it is inducing the gene expression. Sometime it is also called, we are going to consider lactose as a inducer. So that is also going to control the gene expression. Hope you enjoyed this video. Okay, so clear what is the meaning of the gene expression and what is switched off and switched on condition. Hope you have enjoyed this video and able to concentrate throughout the video. If you have any doubt, please comment me. Okay, thank you.